Yeah, I'm in the lab, we in our bag. I'm talking that rich shit, do the math. I don't go to mass, I put on a mask. My last experiment ended bad. I knew what I had and it was some gas. I went to the garden with the hash, tough up pass, and then I had to get my ass back in the lab. We just hit 1500 franking and it make a lot of sense. And punks I'm gonna be staking and they make a lot of sense. It's to the moon, there's no debating that these diamonds in my hands, dog. Please give me a chance, dog. Please give me a chance. Shit undisputed, yeah, we poppin', we gon' get this lit. This is what we do, I'm with the crew, we not gon' flip this shit. We been going crazy in the lab, we so insidious. Watch me get my pump, Frankin' on my bucket list. My Frankin' gonna pump, you could double if you dumpin' in it. We gon' run it up, saw this project, now we stuck up in it. Yeah, we got 4 crypto punks from Lava Labs, it's obvious there's profit in it. Probably gonna take off on a rocket ship, I'm hopping. I wish I had Elizabeth to myself, I know she bad. You can catch me in the metaverse and now we all gonna dance. We got something, it's ain't lucky, it's all according to plan. I've been running for a minute, stop, pass that shit to Dan.
Hey, pass that shit to Dan. Bitch, I grabbed that shit and ran, doing damage to a damn. They ain't ready for our plans. Blicky here with Dan, like it's Goku and Gohan. Us, we going ham, looking at you, you Peter Pan. GM to my Franken gang. No doubt, we bout to break the game. Running laps on them, tell me what else can I say? You heard my story, put my ledger in the grave. They can't wait, Franken tape, music through the blockchain. Fuck you, pay me, on delay. We here to stay, they bout to ride our wave. These bars hit your brain like a fucking lobotomy. Bitch, I went insane, now I'm chillin' where the monsters be. I've been through some things, type of pain that you hardly see. We've been moving profits, man, we've been mooning properly. On top, forever, probably. Drop top, in good weather, you can't bother me. Taught myself the game, none of y'all can father me. I'm rightfully arrogant, beg my pardon, G. Good morning. Oh, how's it going, everybody? Check. We too early like birds, getting in those worms and you nerds hating, just curve them, they fought and they just some vermin. Can't handle us, you too nervous, it's cause you ain't got no purpose. Yeah, check it. NFT's super sexy, man, it always lures me. I'm too focused and you know you'll never ever deter me. Crypto astronaut, DJ moving so hazardous. Crypto, but I gon' dabble, open seas like chapel, yeah. Chasing 100X is my ex, she been getting jealous. The man she's with like a peasant if you comparing me. I had to give you up, girl, for my legacy. I'm so grateful grateful for my 3D Franken family. 3D Franken family. For my 3D Franken family. For my, check it. Ned, get the champagne. Hey, yo, Dan, let it rain. Real, recognize real, know I'm saying. Wait, hold up, Super Saiyan. Pop power level, 100K. Yeah, fractionalize that punk. Yeah, 4 volts, keep him safe. More sauce for the sake of it. Your eardrums getting blessed. Free meal, cousin. How you do it so smooth, like you stealing dozens? Right under your nose, you ain't seeing nothing. Bro, long time coming. Long nights in the basement, amounts of something. Snitching about your problems will get you nothing. Start stitching up your life. Are you building something, homie? Have you written something, or you simply bluffing? Huh? Talk is cheap. You won't hear a peep from me unless I'm on the beat. Walking through the city streets of 6 right over me. I've been doing I've been going crazy, man. Cut it. Ain't it clear I'm the revenant? Bring the guillotine, let's get beheading then. Nah, I can't compare to them. I'm a one-on-one, bitch, it's evident. Put out the tape, gave him my soul, the gold, the gems in one letter, yeah. Feeling like Letterman. This is for my freaking veterans. This is for popping the bottles behind us and rightfully arrogant. Yeah, rightfully arrogant, bitch. Rightfully arrogant, rightfully back in the booth, bout to tear this shit. Rightfully project on moon when they hear the shit. Rightfully goats, rightfully chose for the throne. Rightfully fucking the game from the minute I spoke. Shit was just destined to blow. Riding, I'm rapping the code and I'm here with my bros. Out in the six got me frozen down to my fucking bones. Doing this shit till I'm ghost. I do it for Gassy, I do it for Ghost. I do it for Ice and I do it for Mose. Do it for Ned, do it for Jed, for Dan and Zenj. I'm talking that Banklin. Blicky and Kurt, put it in work. We hit him like Otis from back when. Yeah, so much growth been coming in rapid. Shake up the game, we've been looking like Rapture. Pokemon and you know you can't catch this. Dr. Eth, I treat him like pastor. Dr. Eth, I'm in need of that power. He got me locked at the top of the tower. Liz the beat, she smelling like flowers. I'm kinda jealous of Doc, how you found her? Uncle John. We just been moving like Genghis Khan. Dr. Eth he never run. Now I'm writing blue chip songs, all organic on the Twitter, no gimmicks. Tell these bottles goodbye and good riddance. Ride or die for all Frankens, we with it. I'm crossing the line today, that means I'm about to John Wicked. Ain't it clear I'm the revenant? Bring the guillotine, let's get beheading then. Nah, I can't compare to them. I'm a one-on-one, bitch, it's evident. Put out the tape, gave him my soul, the gold, the gems in one letter, yeah. Feeling like Letterman. This is for my freaking veterans. This is for popping the bottles behind us and rightfully arrogant. Yeah, rightfully arrogant, bitch. Rightfully arrogant. Rightfully arrogant. This is for my freaking veterans. Yeah, we rightfully arrogant.
Rightfully arrogant. Franken family. You know what time it is. Welcome back to Franken Friday. I am your humble host, Daniel. We got a big show today. There is so much going on in crypto. The merge is just 4 days away. We just released some exciting stuff in Frankenpunks. If you haven't checked out our new website, the white paper is now live. The new white paper, the DAO is in development, and we got some badass devs working on it, which I'll tell you about in a bit. I got some funny videos I've been working on. We got a lot of speculation going on in the market. Is ETH going to go up? Are we about to have an altcoin season? Are we about to drop even more? We're going to get into all that good jazz with you today with my lovely Frankens. Hope you've all had a good week so far. I've been personally doing very well. Been doing very early regiments, getting up at 4:30, 5 a.m. before 5, just trying out something different. And I'm just someone who really loves the self-maximization. I believe that we owe it to ourselves and the people around us to try to be the absolute best we can be. If you know what I'm saying. Okay, so there's a lot to go over. Let's just dive right into it, shall we? right into it. Actually, I want to start this one off. I want to start this one off with some memes. Let me play you guys what I've been working on. So I got this one meme I'm working on.
Straight, I will become the richest man in the whole galaxy.
Thousands of years later.
How you doing, brother? Fuck this beer market. It's impossible to make money. My portfolio is down 99%.
Man, well, that's horrible. What shit coin did you buy?
I put 5 grand in on Jimana Inu billionaire trillionaire metaverse. They said Snoop Dogg and Avril Lavigne were holders.
Low, bro, that's obviously a rug.
Bro, that's obviously a rug. We have chapter 6 dropping tonight. It's chapter 6.
Elizabeth became very ill. Doc was afraid of losing her, so he made a deal with the witch. She would guarantee Elizabeth's safety in exchange for their son. Elizabeth finally recovered, but upon hearing the news of what the doc had done, she died. Dr. Ethville was torn to pieces and decided to retreat up north to reboot his life. He occupied himself with his experiments to fill the void. He created many Frankenfunks in an attempt to recreate his perfect family. Before you knew it, the doc and his new evil children built a city together, collected 4 CryptoPunks, and amassed a war chest full of Ethereum. Things were actually going well. Until now.
What's this? A letter for me? It's been a decade since I've gotten one of these. Everything's all digital nowadays. I don't see why they wouldn't email me. Oh, it's from a friend. No, this can't be.
No. Uh-oh. Chapter 6 dropping tonight. Stay tuned. Like I said, we got some great stuff coming up in Punksville. The Merge. Okay. Check this out. Actually, wait. I gotta show off our new site. This is the new website. You haven't seen it yet. We got the animation of Doc. He spilled some acid, causing some madness here. It's an interactive website. Well, it'll be more interactive. We're refining it. Our new white paper is live, so be sure to check out our new white paper. We have a live ticker. So this is a live number. Well, you have to refresh your page, but if you refresh it, look, just keep an eye on the last couple digits. If I refresh this and we scroll back down, you're going to see, oh, it's changed. So it updates live. Here are the assets. It's just super clean, super easy to understand. You can see what's in our treasury. And yeah, it's just a great overhaul. And now we're in the finishing touches of this. Also working on the DAO, which will be coming in October. So the merge, the ETH merge is going to be in 4 days. It's coming up. It's close. And there is such a, how would we put this? There's such a split, at least from what I see, between people in terms of people saying it's just going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news event, and other people saying this is actually like huge for ETH, and that we'll finally see some positive momentum, if not an alt season, which is definitely bold to say in such a down market and boring market. Millennials be like, a young worker should pay big rent, live with parents, max out his mortgage to buy a shoebox, live in a tent. Honestly, it's just gotten so bad, inflation, and it's never been harder for people to like own their first home. And yes, wages have increased, but if everything else increases relative to wages, have wages, like what is the buying power that you've gained? You're actually losing buying power. So when you hear politicians saying, oh, we increased wages, yeah, you also made everything else way more expensive relative to the increase in my wage. So guess what? You didn't do shit. You just made everything worse. Look at this tweet. Where was it? Becker, he's saying effing moron. Biden puts out a tweet saying, my first 2 years in office spurred the strongest economic recovery in history. Bro, you just pushed a button and pressed the money printer. What are you talking about? Look at you guys should really check this out. It's hilarious. The people that actually believe that Biden created a strong economic recovery still wear masks alone in their cars. That's insane. What is this? Now we're getting into like the Rona. I don't want to get into that, but I'm just saying, dude, it's just laughable, right? And it's not about left or right. It's just like Becker said. He's like, I'm still dumbfounded that among all the thousands of brilliant people in our country, we elected this clown or Trump. What is wrong with us? Honestly. All right, let's backtrack it. The markets. Let's talk about the markets. Capo, in the short term, he's saying bears are weak. It's going to keep going up. He was right. Markets have pumped. Pull up CoinGecko. Markets have gone up. ETH is almost back up to that 1900 mark that we were at just earlier in August. Bitcoin's getting a pump. Actually, Bitcoin's taking the show, or at least catching up to ETH. Cool. Very nice. Bitcoin dominance cracked. You might have seen some. Can I pull up the dominance? I think I have a Twitter image of it somewhere. Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So here is a chart that is puts the S&P back. So the yellow line is the S&P in 2008, 06 to 08, and the white line is the S&P in our times. And you can see that it's so similar. It's literally been following the 08 crash almost perfectly. Like almost perfectly to the top. First move down, the bounce. The second move down, the bounce we're experiencing now. And what the S&P did back then was another drop. So a lot of people are saying, hey, we got one more drop to go. Now, it's not like perfectly following it, but damn, it is dang near close. It is dang near close, which is pretty crazy. And I don't really care what people say about crypto. If the stock market's going down and equities go down, crypto's going down. There's nothing you can do about it. You know, you can't believe and wish away that there's no correlation. We're so heavily correlated. So it's important to keep an eye on what's happening with equities. And to know what's happening with equities, you got to keep an eye on what's going on with the Fed and what's going on with the dollar and the broader markets, right? It'll go back lower, bros, back out in full force as we head back into good CPI and a lower rate hike. Yeah, I do like oil is down, guys. Oil looks like it's continuing to break down. The dollar, the Dixie might finally be topping. We'll see. I know I've like said I thought it topped like 2 times like within the past several months. It's just look like nothing can just keep going up like this. You know what I mean? And if you look on the RSI, it just keeps putting in lower high after lower high. Like this is they call this negative bearish divergence. So when you are putting lower highs on the RSI and you keep making higher highs on the chart on price, this is not a good thing. You saw before, even before we took off, you noticed that we started getting bullish divergence. Look at the RSI. We were putting in a higher low, even though price was moving sideways, if not actually moving lower. But this was showing a change in momentum. And this was actually, look, beginning of, when was this? Okay, so this was January. Yeah, 2021. So throughout 2021, we saw this look. And once again, this divergence perfectly played out. If we went until May, the dollar generally was just moving. Look at this range it was in, right? Generally moving in this range. But the parabolic run in crypto was really this, right? The parabolic run was really this big down move. And now with how far up the dollar has gone, if the dollar goes like this, or even like this, it's going to be good. It's going to be good for equities, and it's going to be good for crypto. Like we don't always need the dollar going down for crypto to rally. You might need it for Bitcoin to rally because all Bitcoin is digital gold. It's not like a tech. It's not like a Google. You know what I mean? It's like what doesn't provide a utility outside of a store of value. So things like Ethereum will have a great time to run, and other cryptos will have a great time to run because they have much broader use cases. So I'm not saying we need the dollar to go like this to get a bull run. You know what I mean? We don't need that necessarily, but what we'd like to see is it start to show weakness and then gradually collapse. I mean, if this just nosedive, that would probably be pretty bad. But once again, like some would say the Fed is pumping it up to create headroom to then inflate more. Like there's just so much money in supply, so much money on the sidelines. I don't know. I'm just skeptical of the rally. I'm skeptical of how much higher this could go. I'm skeptical. Markets are irrational. I'm seeing some things that are indicating we're topping. Look at the weekly. The weekly RSI has just touched the 80 range, which is over, which basically says overbought. So it's important to look at that, right? Every time we touch this range, look at here. You touch it, you get a crash down. You touch it again up here, you get a crash down. Look, once again, we slightly tap it here, we get a crash down. We tap it here, we get a crash down. We tap it here, we get a crash. We tapped it 2015. Now, look, we actually ended up moving sideways, but eventually came down. So it looks like now that we're tapping it, I think it's either going to be sideways or a corrective move down. That's my opinion on the Dixie, which is bullish. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to do it immediately. We could have another rally. You never know. But I'm saying that like this time frame here is probably going to be, it's. I don't think there's so much headroom for the dollar to just keep going up. They literally can't. They're going to be destroying the foreign markets. Something's going to break. Like if the dollar keeps getting more expensive, how are all these countries who have debt in US dollars going to pay that back, right? They just won't be able to because it'll be way too expensive relative to their currencies. So there's going to be pressure on the Fed to eventually pivot, be it from foreign markets or be it nationally from US markets. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, the dominance, Bitcoin dominance is finally cracking. Okay, it's finally cracking. We had the low back here and just before 2022 began. And this level, I mean, it's historic. Bitcoin's never gone before this level ever. And generally speaking, when we're just making sure my mic works. Generally speaking, when we're going down, it's a good thing, right? When dominance is going down, it just basically means that other cryptos are performing better against Bitcoin, which usually indicates some sort of alt season or just bullish momentum across the entire market. It doesn't mean that Bitcoin doesn't rally. It just means that relative to all the other cryptos in the market, they're outperforming Bitcoin, right? So if this cracks and it can't hold, this is a really interesting time because usually in a bear market, Bitcoin's dominance goes up, right? Altcoins get wiped out completely. We always see that in a bear market. You see how it rushes up, right? In a bear market, Bitcoin actually gains dominance. Even though it drops, it doesn't drop as hard, nowhere as hard as some crappy, number 2,500 altcoin or like whatever's in the top 200 is going to bleed way harder against Bitcoin. And then that's what we experienced in bear market, but never have we ever in any of the bear markets had Bitcoin dropping in dominance. This is odd. This is very, very odd. So I'm keeping my eye on this. If this breaks, we might have a mini alt season with the merge. And it technically it's like testing this and borderline breaking. And by now we've already broke it because look, 39%. If I go to CoinGecko, look, 37.4. So it's already broken it, right? Really fascinating. So we'll see. Maybe this is a little break, fake out, and then a giga rally. I don't know, man. Generally speaking, like you tested it once, twice, 3 times. Now with the 4th, if you keep doing that, right? You keep doing a behavior over and over again to whichever side, whether it's the upside or downside, eventually it will break. It will go in that direction. If Bitcoin keeps trying to hammer up over and over and over, and it keeps getting better at it and more frequent, eventually will crack through. And the true is also to the downside, but we'll see. So far, it has broken. The dominance has broken. It's very, very interesting. Okay, this is the poop on Kramer moment. Shout out to Kramer when he was saying in August to the Fed is telling you to sell the cryptos and the NFTs and the IPOs before they take your life savings. No more nonsense. But what happened to this? We like Coinbase to 475. Oh, Kramer. Oh, Kramer. I'm non-ironically bullish short term. Bought a lot of spot Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're going to gamble trash coins on leverage. This low reminds me of the July 21 low. Fake out close into reversal engulfing CPI data. Probably is positive. Dixie's looking like a local top distribution. Most important factor is Bitcoin is leading. Okay. Yeah, Capo is bullish, albeit not for crazy amounts. Same thing. Bear's very weak. It's going to keep going up. Let's see if Capo said anything new. No, he's keep up the short squeeze. So Capo is bullish short term. I know Becker has been leaning bullish short term. Yeah, so let's just scroll through here. All right, I just want to look at the charts real quick to just give you guys. We talk about short term, but once again, we need to talk about long term because you know me, we're not here for some 2-week money making opportunity. We're builders. We're here for the long run, and we care about investing. We care about the space. We care about the technology. We want to be here 10 years later. At least that's how it is for me, and that's how it is for members on our team. So I told you guys, you can go look at the podcast, the stream. This was forming a bear flag. I said it's most likely going to break down. It did. It happened exactly. If you follow that non-financial advice, if you paper traded my financial opinion, you would have made a paper trade profit. Not that I encourage anybody to do it. I really don't know what the hell I'm talking about, truth be told. So yeah, basically we have these bear flags forming, and the way a bear flag works is eventually breaks down. It rallies up and eventually breaks down. That happened. But here's the thing. These are true short term, but they may not be giving you a honest picture long term. The reason why I say this is because we had bear flags form after the bear market, like this one, right? Bear flag eventually broke, came down. It didn't actually break this low, but like you need to be careful how you're drawing these bear flags and how you look at them, because they can appear dubiously when a bull market is starting. And that's what happened. If you were like expecting, for example, look at this. If you were expecting this to break and you're waiting for it, like, oh no, bear flag, because it broke here, you would have just missed a fantastic, look at this disgusting run up, just absolutely disgusting run up. So you don't want to be that person. And that's how bull markets operate. They just come and melt your face when you think the world's going to fall apart and everyone's doomed and no one's just how this bear market came and swooped us up and no one saw it coming. The same goes for bulls, right? People are so bearish. It's insane. And I mean like long term. Oh, shoot. Okay, I was going to do a fun game with this. I was going to say guess the stock, but you can already see it. This was Amazon in 2001. And I show you this because, look, in the short term, things can get ugly. This is a stock, right? So Amazon rallied, at least when it was tradable, from here to here. So it rallied 7,000%, 8,000%, some quality altcoin type gains. And then it proceeded to crash. It proceeded to crash in 95%. 95% blue chip. This is a blue chip stop, right? And you could have been like, yo, I'm sure at that time, I mean, let's try to Google it. 2001 Amazon drops 90%. Let's see what people are saying. I don't think you're going to find Google searches, but I'm just curious. Los Angeles Times, March 7th, 2001. Okay, let's see. No, it's just like a little blurb. I was hoping I could see like what they were saying at the time. To our shareholders. Ooh, this is okay. Let's see. It's been a brutal year in the capital markets, especially for Amazon.com shareholders. As of right this, our shares are down more than 80% from when I wrote to you last year. Nevertheless, by almost any measure, Amazon.com is in a stronger position now than any time in its past. That is true. And there to go over their accolades and what they've been able to do, which is pretty awesome. Wow. Jeffrey Bezos. Oh, Jeffrey. We now know vastly more about online commerce than when Amazon was founded, but we still have so much to learn. Though we were optimistic, we must remain vigilant and maintain a sense of urgency. The challenges and hurdles we'll face to make our long-term vision for Amazon a reality are several: aggressive, capable, well-funded competition, considerable growth challenges, and execution risk. The risk of product and geographic expansion, and the need for large Continuing investments to meet an expanding market opportunity. Yeah, it's really fascinating to me, right? I like to bring that up as an example because after that, look what Amazon did. Let's just follow the chart. It topped at $3, $4 ish, almost $6. And look what Amazon did a decade later. Just boom, to here, right? Like, that's incredible. And if you got lost in this, you would have missed this fantastic buying opportunity, right? And you would have missed the real big move, or the real value of Amazon would have just gone right over your head. And look, even with what we're seeing right now, this is a little blimp compared to what happened here and compared to this insane run up. So Bitcoin is going to go through the same thing. And maybe it's already doing that, you know? Are you going to be mad at yourself if you bought here instead of here? You know, maybe, probably. But at the end of the day, several years from now or a decade from now, when we're in six-figure land Bitcoin, and you see the chart has gone whatever, like this, and then you're like, oh my God, even if I bought in this range, even if I bought at 30K, like, I would have had so much more money in the future. You know what I mean? Not financial advice. This is not financial. It's just a financial opinion. I'm just trying to make a point here. Just trying to make a point. So it's so hard to call a bottom. No one called the top. So why do you think they're going to call a bottom, right? What if this is the bottom? I don't know. I'm not saying it is. It's definitely possible that we crash down a bit more, but we also need to be impartial and question our own biases and question what, like, if your gut's telling you that, like, to be bearish, then you also need to be very careful. Something cool though on Bitcoin, look at the RSI just exploding here, which is really good. I think in the short term, here comes the Bitcoin rally. Maybe finally Bitcoin will catch up with the S&P. Like the S&P 500, let me just pull it up. The S&P 500, it's just it's down compared to the high put there, but it literally was so close to its April high. It was just 6% off its April high, right? Bitcoin, however, significantly further down to its April high. Like, we did not rally as much as the stock market. If you go back to that April high, now let's say we went back to the May levels, because that's essentially what the stock market did. It actually, it went just around those May levels. If Bitcoin were to do that now and play catch up, that means from these levels, it would go back to May right around here. We're looking at like a 60% move coming out of Bitcoin, 70% move. Excuse me. Not saying that's going to happen, but like, if we're lagging, if we're just now doing what the stock market did, we're about to get a rip up to those levels, 30K, 40K zone. That would be massive. We're definitely going to have alt season. Alts are going to go ballistic, in my opinion. They're absolutely going to go ballistic. So we'll see. Just don't let it FOMO. I know there's so much going on. The ETH merge, markets are looking green. You go look at the charts, so much green. Just be wary, right? Fear and greed right now. Let's see, fear and greed crypto, just to get a feel, so you know, like, the waters that you're treading in, they could be dangerous. Oh wow, why is it even more fearful? That's so interesting. That's so fascinating. Maybe it hasn't updated yet. Yeah, it looks like we're still in extreme fear. Obviously not as extreme as single digit fear, but nonetheless, like, pretty good fear zones. So personally, I've taken a short-term trade. I'm not saying you should, but I do think there's opportunity here. I think people are underestimating the move in crypto, and I think we're lagging behind the stock market. And I think the stock market has a little bit of room to move. I think with the midterms, with the lunatic in office thinking that he can just push buttons, print money, and restore the economy, and he thinks just printing money and inflation equals monetary inflation equals restoring the economy. With those types of people who are leading us, I can't really see these next couple months being extremely horrible. Maybe 2023 we get a lot more pain. We'll see, but it's looking. I think it's actually looking bullish here. I think it is looking bullish. What do you guys think? Oh, my internet. My internet sucks. Yeah, ETH has a lot going for it now with proof of stake. It's going to be a lot more ESG. It's going to have a better ESG rating. So these institutional investors who were shying away from crypto because of proof of work, because of the energy consumption, ETH will now be in that category of like kind of like being like Solana, where it's like carbon neutral, which is really, really, really good for the long term. Like really good. There hasn't been any delays, which is cool. Now, the reason why there's a range on the September 13th to 15th, it can happen between that time, is because it all depends on the reward difficulty. When the reward difficulty hits a certain metric, then the merge will essentially trigger and it'll go mainnet. So this is like, it's going to be a big moment. Could it go wrong? I definitely think, there's a percentage, a small chance that this could go very bad and absolutely like just explode on us. And we get like another Luna type event. China invades Taiwan. And then here comes like $500, $400, $300 Ethereum, $9,000 Bitcoin. That's possible. I just don't think it's that likely. I don't think it's that likely, but it's like, a couple percent, single digit percentage chance. Keep in the back of your mind, like keep some cash nearby for some really good buy the blood type of situation. Yeah, so we talked about the dollar, the merge, ETH's getting its rehaul, crypto gaming. Yo, this has never been a better time to just look into crypto gaming. Honestly, you have blue chip products like Illuvium, 78 bones. This is dude. Illuvium hit $2,000 during the bull run. It's $78 now. Illuvium is blue chip. Like, just go look into Illuvium. They are doing such amazing things. They're going to be a market leader. They're going to overtake Axie Infinity. They're going to make like all the games that we saw, all the blockchain games that we saw, seem primitive, seem old, seem clunky, seem boring. They're just doing things so well. The art is really good. They already have a beta. They have an app on the phone for these Illuvium lands. It's just a perfect bridge between Web 2, Web 3. Like, I think Illuvium is absolutely going to crush it. Super strong team, super transparent, very active. Like, they're building steadily. That like they've got a lot planned. They're going to be doing massive tournaments with big reward prize pools when the game's ready to go. And I legitimately see this as a game that like someone who knows nothing about crypto will take interest in. It's in a good genre. It's a good remix between Pokemon and auto chess. I just think, if you're into crypto gaming and you're not betting Illuvium, it's like being into L1s and being into smart contract blockchains and not betting on ETH or not betting on Solana or whatever ones that Matic. You know what I mean? It's like ignoring those. Like, it's like ignoring ETH at a very low level. Like that. That's why I look at Illuvium. It's like literally very similar to what Ethereum went through in its first cycle. Just a ridiculous, monstrous run. And now we're literally back at those, like, look at this. Obviously, $30-$40 would probably be like the absolute bottom for this guy. But god damn, like, this is incredible accumulation. Like, we legit went to several $billion market cap, right? Over $1 billion. Now we're at 80 mil market cap, 50 mil market cap. Crazy. The fully diluted at the time was definitely like 10 billion or something. It was ridiculous. So do check out Illuvium. And then something was sent my way. It was called Clash of Ages. There's this really cool Cross the Ages. I think it's this one. My brother sent me this. This looks really cool. It's going to be like a trading card game. They've got, just let it load. Definitely look into this. It's the artwork is really well done. They have a small NFT supply they're going to be doing for this card game. It's going to be like story driven. It looks dope. Let me just show you guys real quick what they're doing here. Let me see if I can scroll up. What happened to that cool hero graphic? Is it still loading? Okay, the hero graphics not loading. Anyways, just check this out, okay? Check it out. Alrighty, that's gonna conclude it. There's no giveaways today. I already gave away 5 Frankenpunks like 2 days ago, so we're just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna leave it at that. I'll be back next week though. We'll do some giveaways next week for sure. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Y'all the best. Chapter 6 dropping today. And that's pretty much it. We're just going to keep working at it. Get this DAO ready for you. And we're also preparing a fun event. It's going to be a global event. Well, global in a gaming sense across the Punksville universe. It's going to be cool. I don't want to leak anything just yet, but we're preparing something really cool to also go hand in hand with this DAO. You guys are going to love it. So anyways, we'll leave it at that. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, Frank and fam. Humble host signing out. I'll be in the lab. We'll be in the Discord. Come by, swing by. Let's chat. Let's chill. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheerios. Cue the music.
Shorty pick a number, ask her what she want, and she told me that she only need a one-on-one. You can go and check the wallet, I'm just having fun. Watch the money come, I ain't tryna flip, baby, I just bought the dip. And yeah, my bitch is curvy, I ain't talking about her hips. Didn't need a white list, took a shot I can't miss. I'm just sleeping while they sleeping, they forgot the D-list. Now I'm like, oh no, I don't want that FOMO. We about to blow